So a lot of my works are stories. If you look at them and you can relate to them, you'll know exactly what story I'm trying to tell.
Could you try to explain your process briefly from start to finish?
So depending on what kind of piece I'm working on, I'll either just work from a grayscale, which is a grisaille, and I'll paint on top of it with the color. So almost all of my paintings, they start out being this type of grayscale, and then if I want to, I'll go on top of it with color. So this one was like that, the one behind us, and this one as well started out as a grisaille. And as time goes on, I just layer it by putting more color on it and just playing with it to see what I want to change and what I want to depict. That's basically like what I'm thinking about when I'm trying to create a painting. Like, what message can I send out? How does it relate to my life? Because I like to talk about mostly what I went through. My mother has been the best muse that I could ever ask for. So a lot of times when I'm painting, I'm thinking about my experiences with her and how hard she tried, how hard she worked to raise me, and how hard she tried to make sure I had clothes on my body, shoes on my feet, and food to eat. So that painting over there is called Reasons He Never Went to Sleep Hungry, talking about how I grew up on oodles and noodles. So without that bowl of noodles right there, that painting just wouldn't have the same meaning. So it's really important for me to think about what I'm doing and why I do it. That way it helps me create the best work that I can create.
No, I think you definitely gathered essentially what I would ask you, which is what are the most prominent themes in your work, which it seems like revolve around Blackness and childhood and family things like that. But does that encompass it, or is there more to it?
Yeah, it plays a big part, talking about childhood and just my experiences growing up, because a lot of kids grew up like I did, and single moms, like, they have a really tough job.
One other thing I was curious about is a question that I've asked every artist here that I think is relevant just in the kind of role that you all take.
Mm-hmm.
So we had discussed previously the concept of giving life to your work, quote unquote. The question really is just like, are there any ways that you intentionally are trying to activate people with this or with any of the themes in your work? Or does it speak more to a personal narrative that might activate people by like causing them to do some introspection or reflecting upon their lives? Do you have any kind of motivation that you want to use these for?
Yeah, so it's both. It's for personal reasons and also to kind of like trigger some nostalgia for people. Like I said before, I want people to look at my paintings and think about, life as a kid or maybe life when things were less complicated, a little more simple. The social issue that I'm speaking to is the stereotype that a woman can't raise a man. This is really an issue that I want to try to speak about, and I want to put some respect on women and guardians who help raise kids or young boys to men. This is the reason why I do it.
Is there any way that you want to like engage people or teach them anything like through your work, and how like being here at ArtSpace can help you do that?
Yeah, ArtSpace is a fantastic environment, not only because it's open to the public during the week, but it's also events going on like every first Friday and other separate events, and those are the times where people can come in and I'm able to show my work, talk about my work, tell the stories behind my work, and it helps me to get it off my chest. If I'm able to like somehow create those strong emotions in someone, like, it means I'm doing something right. So
well, we appreciate seeing you, and we're definitely here at ArtSpace to help you achieve that goal however we can. So we're happy to have you.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Mona. Thank you, Sanjay. I appreciate it.